Good morning, YouTube. I just woke up and we got a brand new Pokemon Pocket themed booster pack. It is another mini set. I was honestly not expecting this until tomorrow. I had my alarm clock even set for 6 a.m. tomorrow. It is now 8 a.m. And obviously I missed this because it's Wednesday. So we got a very slightly earlier release schedule. But with it, we have the new themed booster pack, Eevee Grove. So we're gonna watch the trailer together. I haven't watched it yet, and then I pulled up all the Pokemon that were revealed in the trailer. We're gonna do a little bit of like a slight review of what we are expecting here. So let's grab it. This makes sense though. I'll talk about my thoughts later. There's Eevee, which is my goat in all the evolutions. Umbreon. Hopefully it's Umbreon EX, because I like Umbreon. You know, that's my goat. Eevee Evolve. This Pokemon can evolve into any Pokemon that evolve. Okay, so it's a EX that can evolve into any Eevee. Interesting. Some more Eevees if this Pokemon evolved. Okay, they have some once per turn. Ooh, a touch of fire from your discard. Okay, hold up. There's some good cards there. And Sylveon. Once per turn. Whoa, I can't read anything. It's too fast. We have Penny and an Eevee bag, so a lot more Eevee support. This is great. Okay. First impressions without looking at every card in the trailer. I love targeted mini boxes. I think that mini sets should be like what we just got in Extra Dimensional Crisis, where there is an archetype, right? The archetype is Ultra Beast. In this case, the archetype is Eevee. So, I mean, I freaking love Eevee. I love Umbreon, I love Flareon, I love Leafeon, I love Jeudy, I love Espeon, I love, you know, there's one I didn't name, you know, let's not talk about it. I love Vaporeon, I'm not gonna lie, I love Glacials. I love Eevees. I'm glad that this is a set, and I saw that there's basically Eevee functionality off of evolving from Eevee. So let's read the first card here, let's read Eevee. Eevee, this Pokemon can evolve into any Pokemon that evolves from Eevee if you play it from your hand onto this Pokemon. So, is this a scary Pokemon to have? It is a 30 bite. This Pokemon can evolve into any Pokemon. This Pokemon can evolve during your first turn or the turn that you play it. So it's a 30 damage bite, so it's a power crept basic, right? That can evolve. Is the 90 HP enough? That's what I'm scared of. Can we do 90 damage in like 2 turns? I guess if it's fighting a fighting guy, that's really type null, right? Type null is extremely scary. That's scary. I would like to see what the supports are. So let's look at the supports first. Eevee bag. Choose one. During this turn, attacks used by Pokemon that evolve from Eevee do plus 10. Or heal 20 damage from... Oh my... Hold up. That is cool as hell. Okay, so we have this card that is either a potion or a Giovanni as an item. And it stacks. So if you're using 2, you can do as much as a red. Or you can heal 40. You no longer need to choose between potion and Giovanni. That's in a 20 card deck. That is so good. You may play it. Oh, that's sick as hell. I like this card. Penny. Look at a random supporter card that's not Penny from your opponent's deck and shuffle it back into the deck. Use the effect of that card as the effect of this card? That's too random. That's too random. It's cute. That's too random for me. If it wasn't look at a random and it was like look at your opponent's like supporter cards, I would like this card. I do not like this card. Because that means that theoretically this card could be like almost any card, right? It could be a professor's research. You can penny and find the professor's research, right? This is like it's better than Looker, but because it's still random, I don't fully know how I feel about it. But it's cute. It's cute. It's a cute card. Let me refresh because I'm like still looking at this page. I would not use that, truthfully. So now we have all the EEVEELUTIONs. So let's look at what some of them do. We have just Leafeon. This Pokemon's attack does 20 more for each grass energy attached to this Pokemon. So it kind of works in the same way that like the other, it works with Leafeon EX, right? So you can just keep attaching, but you're gonna need to attach a lot of energy for this to start doing a lot of damage. That said, it is a one prizer. If it gets energy accelerated enough, I can see this doing bajillion damage. Flareon EX, so combust. Once during your turn, you may attach a fire energy from your discard to this Pokemon. If you do 20 damage. With the Eevee bag, you can heal it, but with the Eevee bag, you can also deal 140. That is cool. That is cool. So if it has one energy attached, you can immediately do combust. There's 3 energy to deal 130. I like it. This is a cool card. Does a lot of damage, has a high HP number. You don't have to technically combust, so you aren't always dealing 20 to yourself. I like it. I like it. Hyper Whirlpool. Flip a coin until you get tails. For each heads, discard a random energy from its grindcore. It's grindcore. Okay. Ice Blade. This attack does 50 to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Okay. Beginning Bolt. If this card, this Pokemon evolved during this turn, this attack does 20 more. Okay, so it's like a going first, like, haha, get 60 out. Energy Crush. This attack does 20 for each energy attached to all of whoa. This attack does 20 damage for each energy attached to all of your opponent's Pokemon. Okay. Interesting. Stoutlin. You can use Stoutlin Espeon. That'd be kind of cute, right? Very interesting. I don't know how strong Eevee EX is going to be just yet, but 90 HP is still really good. Sweets Relay. If one of your opponent's Pokemon uses Sweets Relay during your last turn, this attack does 20 more damage. Okay. Oh, they all have Sweets Relay. This attack does 40 damage for each time your Pokemon use Sweet Relay during the game. That's cute. That's cute. I don't think this is good, but I think it's cute. It's very cute. I like it. You can just keep mashing Sweets Relay and then get a 20 bajillion damage attack. But the problem is that these guys have such... Oh, these are 2 different Pokemon! Wait, whoa. Milcery and Swirlix are 2 different Pokemon. That means you can use 4 Sweet Relayers. Okay, my opinion of this changed immediately. Is a stage 1? Okay, I like this. It's gonna be a fun deck. Like literally, if you just last 3 turns, you can now deal 120. Right, plus the like 50 that you get from relaying sweets. That's cute. Umbreon, Dark Binding. If the defending Pokemon is a basic Pokemon, it can't attack. Oh, it can't attack. Interesting. That said, this does not work against Ultra Beast because you know that they have the retreat ability. But this is really cool. This is really cool. What are my thoughts so far? Oh, let me read this. Happy Ribbon. Once during your turn, when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may draw 2 cards. That's good. That is good. That is like good even if you aren't using this card to attack good. If you, like, that is just like you're playing Eevee, like, Sylveon to just draw like Professor's Research to your deck. If you get a good psychic card that you can pair with this, it's even better, right? Like, hold up, I like this card a lot. Are there good psychic cards that you can pair with this right now? We'll find out. This is a broken ability. It's psychic colorless, which means you can technically use it in like other Eevee decks. I think the other Eevee decks are still like slightly on the weaker end, the Eevee cards, so I'll have to like see. But this means that we should be looking at all the psychic cards, right? All the psychic cards that you can play with this, because that is where you're gonna get a lot of your strength, right? That is where you're gonna get a lot of your, like, let me look through what psychic cards that you can potentially run this with, because I'm here for it. I love this card. Hold up. Search filter, advanced search, give me only psychic cards. Let me see what we can pair this with. Shiinotic. Obviously Shiinotic's colorless. The Lele's are cool, the Oris are cool. Gengar, I like the 1-cost Gengar, but it can work with the 2-cost Gengar. It can work with Gengar, it can work with Gardevoir, right? Definitely can work with Giratina. You're playing a card that just is Professor's Research, mind you. Let's see, what are some other like cards? Mew is always playable. Like I said, I like the Gengar. It's always playable with this. Mewtwo as well. It's always going to be playable with. It's not an energy accelerator, but it's a consistency card. And it deals 70, which is like a lot of damage in most states. Very interesting card. I'm excited that this card exists. I think that this card is going to be good in other decks, not just Eevee, because of Happy Ribbon. In the same way that Shiinotic is good in other decks that aren't, you know, like, I mean, Shiinotic is very clearly colorless based, but being able to just draw 2, and this isn't a supporter, you are just drawing 2. Like, imagine at the end of the game, you have like 5 cards in your deck, you have an Eevee down, you have like whatever attacker you're using, and you need to draw like a Sabrina, right? You need to draw like a Red, you need to draw like yada yada, and you draw this, you evolve it on top of an Eevee, you draw the 2 cards, and then you bring in this. That's like really freaking cool. Like, you're able to pull the card that you need. I like this. This set so far looks fun. I think that it's notable that Shining Revelry and like the B set tends to be like pretty nostalgia pandering, if it makes sense. And this seems like pretty nostalgia pandering at the moment. We haven't seen enough EXs. We don't know what the other EXs that aren't Eevee are gonna look like. Like Giratina came out in Shining Revelry, and that was like a hitting card. So very excited. I hope we get an Umbreon EX. Like, please don't leave us that Umbreon. Please don't leave us that Umbreon. And then we could imagine you can do like a Psychic Dark, like Darkrai, Giratina, Sylveon, Umbreon. Let me not say that. That might trigger some people. Alright, that's enough for this video. I like this set. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. What else do you want to see? Are you guys concocting any thoughts and strategies? Obviously, the set, mini sets always tend to look weaker, and we thought that a lot of people thought Extra Dimensional Guardians was not going to be as strong, but then it was really strong. But obviously, this is also such a small sample size. So that's all I have for you today. I'm gonna go grab myself coffee so I can begin streaming. Bye. Oh my god, I just realized why you would use EVX now. Because Eevee and EVEX do not share a name, which means that it's 4 Pokemon, 4 EVs. That's 20% of your deck. No, wait, that's 4 divided by 20. That's 20% of your deck. That's really cool. Okay, now I understand it now. That's all I have to say.